We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.
Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. Stephen, I thank the good Lord that this agent is okay. But others have not been so lucky, and Americans across the board have suffered either their pocketbooks, their school overcrowding, health care, and also horrific crime. Your reaction to Hunter Biden's F off comment?
Well, Hunter Biden's father, his administration, presided over the greatest invasion on American soil in American history. The mass theft and pillaging of American jobs, wealth, and security. And you're seeing the results of that with that video footage that we've all watched now of 2 illegal aliens with serial criminal records that Joe Biden, that the Democrats, the Democrat Party, purposely let into the country, set free, had custody of, and released. And then they ambushed this brave CBP officer who, despite the injuries he sustained, fought off his attackers. And, of course, one of those attackers, you can now see the footage, was dumped by his accomplice in an emergency room after sustaining 3 gunshot wounds. But this is happening all over this country. Joe Biden and the Democrat Party allowed millions of military-age men with criminal records and criminal intentions and criminal ambitions into the country to prey on us, to prey on our cities, to prey on our communities. Then on top of that, millions more are stealing our benefits, stealing health care, stealing spots in our public schools, and stealing the wages and the incomes of working Americans. It is a travesty across the board. Under President Trump's leadership, though, record numbers are being picked up, deported, arrested, jailed, and sent out.
And Stephen, instead of actually rethinking their sanctuary policies, especially just giving.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully you hit that like button as well. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be in front of you guys. Do me a favor and hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. This is The Morning Vantage, episode number 66. We have 66 episodes in. Yes, I got on my daggone lock sock this morning because of Rama. I just felt like it. Shout out to all you guys. Answer the poll that I have. And before you answer the poll, just know this. When I was growing up, they said ain't no such thing as a stupid question. That's what they were saying. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. So keep that in mind when you go and answer the poll this morning. Hunter Biden has been on the tear. A lot of things have been happening, and we're going to get through it this morning. It seems like no matter where Barack Obama goes, he cannot escape the attacks from his own party because they are starting to just like, they just starting to tell their own truth. You already know what they say about your truth is her truth, his truth, and the truth. But now we go off of something called my truth. And my truth is whatever I want it to be. And Hunter Biden, he sat down in an interview and this brother told on everybody. He talked about Clooney. He talked about Obama. He talked about David Axelrod. He talked about Nancy Pelosi. He talked about his dad. He talked about the whole Democratic Party. This dude went in. So today, we're going to have a short conversation about it. But let me know where y'all are watching this live stream, where y'all are listening this morning. That would be extremely helpful. And if you haven't watched the live stream from yesterday, please make sure you go back and you do so. All right, let's go and jump into it, man. This is going to be a fun one today, man. This is going to be a fun one today. All right. Which one y'all want to start from? And also, I want to say earmuffs. earmuffs. It's early. We probably shouldn't hear any type of language like this early in the day. But Hunter Biden has some things to say, bro. And let me tell you something. You're not going to tell a crackhead how to speak. They going to say what they want to say, how they want to say it, when they want to say it, to whom they want to say it to. All right? This dude had a lot to say. He's talking about the difference between smoking crack and cocaine, which one is the best high. He talks about immigration. He talks about if he were to run for president. He talked about how great of a politician his dad is, how no other president has ever gotten as many votes as his father. Oh man, this whole thing is hilarious, bro. He actually believed that his dad got 81 million votes. Ah man, this is gonna be absolutely hilarious. This is gonna be a fun one this morning. Y'all gotta share this one. Y'all gotta share this one. This is gonna be dope. We about to have some fun. We about to have some fun. I want to make sure everybody get up in here. Shane was the very first blue up in here. Shout out to all my blues, all of my moderators, Shane, Katarina, Nanny's Take on the World, Renee, Lisa Marie, B, list goes on and on, Courtney, you name it, man. Everybody's pulling up, and I appreciate you guys. Also, shout out to my greens. Those are the people who are currently members of LFR Family YouTube channel. And if you want to join, just hit the join button and become a member. All right. And I would love any new great ideas that you guys have as far as what y'all would like to do. How, you know what I mean? Any ideas y'all have, because I look at all the other things that you can offer on outside platforms like Patreon, locals, and just extras and perks and whatnot, like on Twitch. And things get they seem a little, I don't know, immature. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand content creation nearly as much as I think I do. But when it comes to streaming and doing extra things and perks and whatnot in these other streams, I don't know how to get down with it. I just try to be creative. Louis B. Fishing, what's going on? Angel R, hello. Shout out to Carolyn. All right. Yeah, we got VA up in here. We got Maryland up in here. We got Wisconsin up in here. DC's up in here. Texas is up in here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go and get into some Hunter Biden. All right, let's go, man. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. We about to go and get to it, man. Let's get it.
And he's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the fucking criminals. White men in America are 45 more times likely to commit a fucking violent crime than an immigrant. And the media says, well, you got David Axelrod and, Rahm fucking Emanuel. So fucking smart, Rahm Emanuel. And so we got to understand that these people are really mad. And we got to appeal to these white voters. Rahm, the only people that fucking appealed to those fucking white voters was Joe Biden, 81 years old. And he got 81 million votes, and he did not because he appeased their fucking Trumpian sense, but because he challenged it. And he said, you can be an 81-year-old Catholic from fucking Scranton that doesn't understand it, but still has empathy for transgender people and immigrants. Then nobody said, oh, Joe Biden's going to turn us into a socialist state, no matter how much they said it. But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in
Well, first of all, hold on. Time out. This brother speaks just like a daggone crackhead. He's all over the place. First of all, brother, let's go back to this right here. This violent crimes thing. Thank you for putting this information out here, because the black diaspora, the African diaspora, do appreciate you acknowledging that white people are far more violent than the black man. I'm sure Dr. Umar will be proud. But it's this one right here where you was talking about the 81 million votes that your dad got. Your dad got 81 million votes, and he's really beating that drum about that. And hold on, where here you go, right here. Boom. 81 million votes. Hunter Biden. The only way that you can believe this and that this actually happened and transpired the way that you believe it did is if you picked up that glass pipe and you dropped a little cocaine nugget mixed up with some what you call it, baking soda, and whatever else you put into it. I don't know the ingredients because I've never tried crack the way that Hunter Biden has tried crack. All right. You believe that your dad got 81 million votes. Sir, that never happened. Ever. Ever. Okay? Just want to put that in your mind, man. And sometimes when people are interviewing these politicians or these family members of politicians, they need to go ahead and correct them, because at some point you never let your guests go full. You guys can fill out the rest of that, but yeah.
Phone and call the fucking president of El Salvador and say, you either fucking send them back or I'm gonna fucking invade. It's a fucking crime what they're doing. He's a fucking dictator thug.
Bukele or Trump?
Both.
So first of all, man, learn how to speak without using the F-bomb so daggone much, man. We got a family show this morning. Like, we don't want to hear the F-bomb every time we daggone cut you on for you to talk. Apparently he has a bunch of axes to grind. He has an issue with the Democratic Party. He don't like the way that they ran things over there. All right? So he is on the tear. So here's another one right here where he says people are really upset about illegal immigration. And obviously you already know his two favorite words, other than, well, I ain't going to continue to make fun of him being on crack, but his two favorite words is F you. He's doing a whole bunch of F-bombs. Again, guys, I apologize for all the F-bombs this early in the morning. All right.
For someone, am I going to be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. Fuck you. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your fucking table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your fucking garden?
A bunch of illegal immigrants, obviously. Obviously. Let's take this back, because we need to go into context. Context matters. He said people have issues with illegal immigration. Then who do you think cleans up these hotels? Let's name all of the racist sugar honey iced tea we possibly can. Let's give them the lowest, dirtiest down jobs in the world and say they are the ones who do it. Let's go.
For someone, am I going to be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. Fuck you.
Okay, so people need to understand that. I mean, he need to understand that people are upset about illegal immigration. Now, he says that he's for illegal immigration because illegal immigrants do these following things.
How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your fucking table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your fucking garden? Who do you think is here by the fucking sheer fucking just grit and will that they figured out a way to get here because they thought that they could give themselves and their family a better chance. And he's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the fucking criminals? For someone, am I going to...
Yeah, because they literally just now tried to shoot an ICE agent in the face. Not tried, but they actually did. And then he defended himself and ended up unaliving one of them. And they just dumped his body inside of a hospital and just went on about their way. This is a very touchy topic because immigrants have, well, we're all immigrants. Well, we're either immigrants or imports. There's a difference. All right. So we're either immigrants or we're imports. We've all come from foreign lands, or you got people like myself and my family that are natives. All right. I can't prove that I'm a native, but I also can't prove that I came over here on a slave ship. And if you want me to believe that I came over here in a slave ship, but I don't have any proof of it, I would prefer to look at myself as already been here, then that's how I'd rather be here. Look, I'm an American. I'm one of the originals. All right. All right. I'm one of the originals. Me and my family, we've been here. That's why we probably shouldn't pay any taxes, because we've been here. Yeah, we natives. Everybody in my family say they got some Cherokee in them. So yeah. But he's saying that all illegal immigrants, this is what they're known for. And we got the nerve to try to get them up out of here. Who's going to clean our hotels? Who's going to do all of the dirty work? Who's going to go and get all of the lettuce and onions and tomatoes and peppers and whatnot from the garden? Who's going to do them things? Huh? Who's going to milk our cows? Huh? Who's going to milk the horses? You dang all right. The immigrants. That's who's going to milk the horses. So he had a whole bunch to say, man. Here you go again on another one of his rants. And I apologize again for the effing that he does. He likes to use that F word very liberally. That's his go-to. So, yeah, you have that.
Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, I would pick up the phone and call the fucking president of El Salvador and say,
and you're not becoming the president 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. Keep dreaming, brother. Keep dreaming. Okay, this is the one I was looking for. I mean, because he's putting it out there. He obviously has some beefs with a lot of people. All right. And again, if you're gonna tell me who milked the horses, if it's not the illegal immigrants, then who is it?
My question to anybody that is keeping an open mind is, what is it that you think the laptop proves, or what you call the laptop? So everybody has a laptop. So when they say Hunter Biden's laptop, what is it that they're talking about? Do you know?
Well, I know that your
What
entire
do you mean
iCloud.
everybody has a laptop? What does he mean? He said everybody has a laptop. What do they mean about the laptop? Everybody got a laptop. I got a laptop. You got a laptop. We all got laptops. What's the big deal about mine? I mean, you got pictures of yourself smoking crack and with some butt naked hookers with guns up to their head while you're doing things in a hotel, just like I got in mine. I mean, we all got that now. You ain't got that? You mean tell me you ain't got one picture of yourself holding a gun up to a hooker's head while you smoke some crack inside of your laptop? You mean tell me that you're that lame, you're that boring, that you ain't got that? Huh? Come on, we all got that. My nephews, my nieces, they all got pictures and videos of themselves smoking some crack inside of their laptops. We need to take a poll here. How many people watching this video right now don't have videos of themselves in their laptops smoking some crack in a hotel with a gun up to a hooker's head? Huh? We all do that. That's what we do. This dude is slow, man. I promise you. And ain't nothing wrong with being slow. He ain't got no control over that. But this is ridiculous, bro.
To anybody that is keeping an open mind is, what is it that you think the laptop proves, or what you call the laptop? So everybody has a laptop. So when they say Hunter Biden's laptop, what is it that they're talking about? Do you know?
Well, I know that your entire iCloud was connected to it. All of your personal text messages, private photos, all that kind of stuff.
Like everybody's laptop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you left it with a repair shop owner. Particularly, I think the New York Post was involved in the spearheading of this mass dissemination of your private materials. From what it seemed like, it was a lot of private text between you and your friends, family. Your entire sort of private life was on there.
Yeah. And again, so everybody has a laptop. Everybody has a
Well,
cloud.
I'm assuming not.
No, not everybody has a laptop. Everybody has a digital life. Almost everybody has a digital life. Everybody has a digital life, pretty much. And that includes voicemails and pictures and text messages and emails and location data and, you know, everything. Everybody, you do, everybody that is here right now. By whatever means, they got my digital footprint going back.
Bruh, he didn't even, so you can tell the truth about, he can tell the truth about everybody else. But when it comes down to his laptop, he don't want to even speak on it. And I saw somebody say, why is Hunter Biden being interviewed at all? He's being interviewed because he is the son of the last sitting president. And he was also the head of a lot of, the butt of a lot of jokes because of the laptop and because of how he acted when he was at the White House. Y'all remember when they were all on the balcony? I don't know if it was for the 4th of July. And then he walks out there and he looks like he's high out of his mind. You know how, like on the movies, when the drug dealers are trying to test some cocaine and then they taste it and I guess it's supposed to be numbing up their gums and all that other stuff. And then he came outside with putting his hand up in his head, through his head, and his eyes are bulging out of his daggone skull. And he's trying to talk to his mother, and his mother's just shooing him away, acting like he's not even there. Like, man, this dude is high again. Can you believe this, Joe? Go get your son. Go talk to your son. Please go talk to your son. I can't believe that he's out here about to embarrass us again. Yeah, this dude came out there high as a mofo. He was high. I'm talking about floating, baby. He was floating. All right. But that's the reason why he's in this conversation right now, because he has a lot to say. He's seen a lot of things. And plus, he knows where a lot of these bodies are buried. And plus, he's still foolish enough to believe that his dad got 81 million votes. He believed that his dad is a superhero. He believed that his dad is as great as his dad claimed that he is. When his father tells him all the stories about the times that he beat up Corn Pop, or the times that he told little black kids stories at the swimming pool as they rubbed his legs, as they tried to rub the gray hairs on his legs or the hairs on his legs. They tried to make it smooth when the water made it curl up and all those other things. And he was teaching them about roaches. Yeah, when he was teaching them about roaches, his son believed all that stuff. His son is stupid. His son is just like any idiot's child of yours that just want to believe that you know what the hell you're talking about. Hunter Biden is and I apologize for saying this, but I believe he's thoroughly retarded, and I don't believe it's because he was born that way. I believe that the crack made him that way. His family allowing him to do and say whatever he wanted to do and say, I believe that made him that way. The fact that he decided to date his unalived brother's wife after he passed away, and probably while he was here, that shows that his character is a little flawed. The dude is just all over the place. Hunter Biden, he has no really significance for real. He's just a son of a president, and he's the son that never really accomplished much. And but his father overextended himself and tried to take him on field trips to go meet world leaders and let him feel like he was involved. Let him make some deals. Let him get some skin in the game. Get his feet wet, so to speak. Let him rub elbows with a bunch of powerful people, and now he has a story to tell. This brother does not like anybody from the Democratic Party. He don't like Obama. He don't like Obama's lawyers. He don't like David Axelrod for introducing Obama. He don't like the Clintons. He don't like Nancy Pelosi. He don't like you name it. He said that everything that his father was trying to do, they undermined him. They did not respect him. He said that they were saying that he was losing his mind. He claimed his father was not losing his mind. He claimed that his father was on some Ambien and he didn't get enough rest. So he's attacking everybody but his father. The reason why he's doing this interview is to take up for his old big head father. That's it. Like, I'm my father's son. I'm tired of y'all talking about him. I'm here to defend him. So what? I snorted a couple of lines before I came and sit down in front of you. At least I ain't smoked no crack. That's what he's saying. He definitely snorted a couple of lines. He can barely formulate a thought without throwing in effing, 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 effing. Like, it's like effing is so natural to him. It just flows. He wants to talk about what's going on, but he really can't discuss it. Listen to him. When you hear him communicating intelligently, and you can understand everything he's saying, he starts a thought, he gives you a little plot, and he ends it properly. Like, he gives you a complete thought. Please point that out. Something that I have not heard yet in any of his rants is a complete thought. He goes from one thought to another, to another, to another, to another. And then he has a bunch of expletives to help him finish out his thoughts because he really can't do it. His mind is all jumbled up. And the fact that he gets to live such a privileged life while all of his friends, his immigrant friends, so he's fighting for his immigrant friends. I really think that he's throwing his hat in for a 2028 bid. I think he wants to run against whoever's running. I think he believes he can do it. And to be honest, if my father was Joe Biden and I saw that he did it, I would think I can do it too. I'm just saying. Okay, let's jump into it. Listen, I know I'm on a tear this morning, but we're gonna have a good conversation. Let's go. All right, here we go.
Opinions, but fuck him. Fuck him and everybody around him.
Okay, who is he talking about? Who was he asked about? That he just talking about F him? Who's he talking about?
Opinions, but fuck him. Fuck him and everybody around him. I don't have to be fucking nice. Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. Fucking George Clooney is not a fucking actor. He is a fucking, I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. Fuck you. What do you have to do with fucking anything? Why do I have to fucking listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his fucking life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the fucking New York Times to me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 fucking years, and David Axelrod, who had one success in his political life, and that was Barack Obama. And that was because of Barack Obama, not because of fucking David Axelrod. And David Plouffe, and all of these guys, and the Pod Save America guys, who were junior fucking speechwriters on Barack Obama's Senate staff, who have been dining out on the relationship with him for years, making millions of dollars. The Anita Dunns of the world, who's made $40-50 million off the Democratic Party. They're all going to insert their judgment over a man who has figured out, unlike anybody else, how to get elected to the United States Senate over 7 times, how to pass more legislation than any president in history, how to have a better midterm election than anybody in history, and how to garner more votes than any president that has ever run. And they're going to replace their judgment for his.
Not to mention,
Who's Jake Tapper's audience? Jake Tapper?
my mom or something. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
For real though, I don't even think it's your mom anymore.
No.
Because by the numbers, what influence does Jake Tapper have over anything? He has the smallest audience on cable news, and beyond that, I think that the book is right now on Amazon that he put out. I mean, his ratings just went to shit after he put the book out. You know, they did a 2-week infomercial for it. I mean, it was such a money grab, such a disservice to everybody that he serves with.
I got too many family members who have succumbed to crack addiction for me to be making fun of this guy. So I ain't going to make fun of him. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I'm not going to make fun of him being on crack. I will, in fact, make fun of him for attacking George Clooney the way that he attacked George Clooney. What did George Clooney do to you? The fact that he did not approve of your father moving on to run for a second term? Your dad was out of it. And the fact that they even allowed George Clooney to have that much power makes no sense in the world. Why is George Clooney? Time out. What is it that I'm missing about? Politics that I don't understand why George Clooney, his name is even mentioned in this whole realm of politics and whatnot. Why is he even important? I get that he has powerful friends and all this other stuff. Okay, and why is George Clooney so important? How come he says what happens next? What's up with you? I gotta know. I've seen pictures and videos of George Clooney and Barack Obama on a ship or like on a yacht with some young ladies little Asian ladies, and they look like they doing stuff. You know what I mean? And some of them are tied up. I don't know how much of those pictures were doctored or anything, so I'm not going to show them. But George Clooney's hands is in everything. Why is George Clooney's name? Why does it keep on coming up? That's all I want to know. Who the fuck is George Clooney other than the actor that I grew up watching? Huh? Who is he? Somebody says that he's a CIA asset. Is that in fact the truth? Do you have paperwork that I can show on my channel? Because that's what I would like to discuss. If he's an actual CIA asset, I would like to go ahead and discuss that with you guys. Because George Clooney is like all of them. He's in the pocket. He is Epstein. Okay. Apparently George Clooney made a comment of his ability to run the country and was able to shade to shade support. Listen, George Clooney has power. Everybody keep on talking about the brother, bringing him up. Hunter Biden, everybody's talking about him because I don't know. When an idiot wants to talk and they have some power or they have some pull or they know some powerful people, you let them talk. You will be an idiot to shut them up prematurely, right? So when Trump went on to 60 Minutes, and this is the reason why he sued CBS, I believe. When he went on to 60 Minutes, they tried to shut him down. They tried to act like he didn't have a case. They tried to act like everything he was saying was speculative. He was letting them know that they was that they was investigating him and that they was trying to mess things up when he was running for president. And she was like, that's not happening. And then he was talking about the Hunter Biden laptop. And she was like, that's not happening. We're not going to talk about anything that's speculative. Everything y'all talked about was speculative. He tried to give y'all some information. You knocked it out. You said, we don't want to discuss that. Right? And now we're here. Here's your boy. The time that he walked out on the daggone balcony and his mom just act like she ain't even see him. This dude was high as hell, sweating and everything, man. This, again, I'm not going to talk about a crackhead. I'm not going to talk about a crackhead. But where's that video? I just now saw it. I just now came across it. Dang it, I just now came across it. Oh, it's right here. All right, so here's Trump right here letting 60 Minutes know when he was on the show how serious this situation was. Now, the reason why I'm doubling back on this right here is because y'all remember the last couple of days, not the last couple of days, but yesterday and Friday when we went live, yesterday and Saturday when we went live, we discussed the Barack Obama Russian hoax tie, the way that he's tied into the Russian hoax. And this is what Trump is trying to discuss with her, and she is knocking it out like, I don't even want to talk about it. That's all of that speculative. I don't want to hear about it. And it turns out years down the line, 2025 is all coming out, that everything he was saying was 100% the truth. They was investigating him on trumped up charges. They was trying to put something together to make him look like he did not deserve to be in the seat he's in. Then they put together a whole bunch of other things as well. They tried to attack his finances. They tried to unalive him more than a few times. The people that tried to unalive him in some type of crazy way was connected to BlackRock. They were on BlackRock commercials and working with BlackRock. So that made absolutely no sense. People just coming out of the woodworks, just regular random people from BlackRock commercials. You find them up on the top of a roof holding a rifle. You find them at a golf course waiting in the bushes for Trump to pull up so that they can do something. Like camping out in the bushes at a golf course. People that are connected with BlackRock. And all he was trying to do was say, yo, why aren't we doing this the fair way? When you run for president, it should be a free and fair election. Isn't this what the Democrats say all the time about having a free and fair election? Well, he was trying to have a free and fair election, but they wasn't allowing it. They was trying to put together these false, fake stories to make him look like he was working alongside Putin to win the election, then they tried to make it seem like everything with the laptop wasn't there. What laptop? You don't see no laptop. Ooh, ooh, looking to the Men in Black wand. You never seen the laptop. And whenever we tried to share that information, we already know what happened. Shout out to Leslie for keeping the lie alive. Keep the lie alive. Keep the lie alive. I forgot where I saw that. Keep the lie alive. That's exactly what they did. They kept that bad boy going. So yeah, Hunter Biden went out there and he's doing his thing. And I think it's dope that we're having this conversation. I do. I think it's dope that we're having this conversation. Hold on one second. Versus cocaine. Hold on one second. So now here's the part that I really wanted to show you guys, where Hunter Biden is discussing the difference between crack and cocaine. All right. Not sure if you've seen this, but this is an important piece to it as well. President Joe Biden, my bad, brother. I did not listen. I'm not trying to hurt your son or nothing like that. Just in case. Listen, I got to say this. I don't know if Joe Biden going to see this. He might see this and probably want to give me a job in the presidency or something. Probably want to nominate me to run for president. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat. Literally.
That's it?
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
My man just now said that crack cocaine is safer than alcohol. All right. So next time you go to the bar and they're offering you a margarita, maybe you should consider asking them if they got, I know it's not on the menu, but do you happen to have some crack? Because I'm on a diet. I'm really trying to watch my weight. Like, what? Fellas, instead of ordering that old fashioned next time you go to the restaurant, see if they got some crack back there. You know, you get the same pick me up, but it's not nearly as unhealthy as that old fashioned is going to be. All right? I'm just saying, like, oh my gracious. Ladies, before you get that rum punch or that sidecar or that strawberry margarita that you like, see if they got a little bit of crack. See, do y'all have a crack margarita by any chance? This dude said, yes, it is safer than alcohol. Oh my gracious. Next time you go to a function and they're taking shots, you be like, no. Y'all go and take y'all shots. I got something more healthy right here that they're gonna be like, what you got? A little bit of crack? You know what I mean? Instead of playing shots games, play crack games. Whenever Hunter Biden says drop the F-bomb, go ahead and smoke you some crack. He said that crack is more healthy than alcohol. Okay, let me get off of that.
Opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's
He said people think smoking crack is dirty. It is the exact opposite, because when you're putting together the concoction, you're actually burning off all of its impurities. So when you actually smoke the crack, it's the cleanest thing you can ever put in your body. This dude is on one. He is on one. He is on one. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for crack in the rocks. Let me get a crack in the rocks, please. Yeah, I'm just gonna have. Give me some a little bit of crack. Would you like it neat or in the rocks? In the rocks. Wow, Michelle, you should feel bad about yourself. That was not a very clean joke at all.
is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing.
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that anytime, you know, I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines three really important things. It's habit forming, there's an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined with it. And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to even to breastfeeding. Okay, so really, I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition.
He said, I don't want to get into the psychology because I'm no expert. No, brother, you sound like an expert. Continue. This dude is doing a crackhead TED Talk. Like, if he had to go somewhere and pitch crack to a board of executives in order to receive some large amount of money, like investment, you want to take him with you. Like, he's talking about how clean crack is. He's talking about, in comparison to alcohol, he'll choose crack. He's talking about how to clean off the impurities. He's telling people how to cook it, how to make it. He's telling people how important it is for all of the different parts that go along with it, like the holding of the pipe and burning of it. It's like, what he said was, dang it, he said we learn how to do certain mannerisms even as a child, picking up a spoon. So picking up a spoon is the same thing as picking up President Joe Biden's son. I want y'all to, this thing hurt my daggone head, bro. All right, so check this out. President Joe Biden's son. We're following the 46th president, the one that got 81 million votes. The 46th president, the one who was the vice president of the 44th president. 2 terms. Is giving us a TED Talk on the importance of crack. And it's from his own experience. It's like he went out there in the wild, did his own research, and came back to tell the villagers everything they're missing about crack. This is nuts. This ain't no average Joe that's giving us this information. Bro, this is the president's son. Is your mind not blown by this being that this is the president's son? This is the part that blows my mind. You're like, why is Hunter Biden Hunter? Because the brothers, they wait until they wait until Joe Biden is no longer the president. And he says, you know what? I'm just going to go and poop all over his legacy. Dude, the best thing you could have done for your father is to hide, to never get in front of a microphone and a camera, to never tell your truth. You're not doing your father a service. Dr. Jill Biden is rolling over in her grave right now. Wait a minute. Dr. Jill Biden is crying. Yeah. Bro, the best thing you could have done is hide. This is the most, if I ever have one of my kids who decides to tell my truth, talking about and come out there talking about crack and I didn't smoke crack and I didn't suck some crack and I didn't met people in the alley and I didn't have all the money I needed and I just did something strange and I said I got these cheeseburgers. I got these 2 cheeseburgers, man. I got these cheeseburgers. Bruh, this is the president's son. It's not really the story about crack. It's the fact that this is the president's son. Breaking down everything that you need to know about crack. Next thing you know, if you keep on talking to him long enough, he's going to tell you how to bag it up. He's going to tell you how much this costs and how much that costs. He's going to tell you what blocks to go stand on. He's going to tell you how to bring in more clientele. He's going to tell you how to have a proper meeting with the Colombians so that you can get them over here by the boatloads. You can get more cocaine. And then he's going to tell you how to distribute it to different blocks and hoods all throughout the United States. He's going to tell you how the exchange goes and how we pass them this and they give us this is the amount for a key. This dude is breaking down everything. You might as well become a rapper at this point. You are disrespecting the entire office. You need, I wish we can rewind this back, bro. You should have never sat in front of a damn camera and told your story. I don't know why. Who in the hell talked you into this? This dude thought it was going to be a great idea. Where's his handlers? He has to have some handlers. If this was a TV show, bro, man, sheesh. I'm sorry. This is crazy. This is nuts.
Oral fixation, and there is ritual combined with it. And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to breastfeeding. Okay, so I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have your cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together.
This dude said he said this the ritual. You have a cigarette in the morning, you have a cigarette with your coffee, you have a cigarette later on in the afternoon, you have a cigarette with, he said crack is just like that, but on steroids. So, bro, are you telling us that you had crack when you was eating your breakfast and you had crack with your coffee and you had crack with your lunch and you had crack with your dinner? Are you telling us that since you had endless funds and your father was the president, that you can get endless crack? Bruh, this is nuts. Michelle, the president Biden had some too. That Ambien he mentioned. Oh yeah, that Ambien was the crack. Yeah, he said, Dad, listen, you about to, Pops, let me tell you something. I'm telling you something that I know. You are about to debate Donald J. Trump. You got to do well. And you seem to be tired. I got a little pick-me-up. You might itch behind the ear a little bit because for some strange reason, all crackheads itch behind the ear. Like I know you never seen like he's keeping it cool. His right foot is going a lot. Like I noticed that his right foot cannot stay still. Right? So he haven't cracked like when for some strange reason the back of their right ear always itching up. Like, what's going on right here? I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the kitchen in the back of their neck. I'm not sure. But you might be on to something, Michelle. You might be on to something. I don't want to put it out there, make it official. But Michelle might be on to something. President Joe Biden could have possibly been on crack in that last debate. I didn't say it. Michelle said it. You see it right here. Michelle said it. Okay? Michelle F. From Tennessee, Louisiana. Timothy said he is trying to convince you it's not as bad as it's cracked up to be. Oh my gracious. Oh man. Oh Lord. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all need to have a channel. I promise you, man. Y'all channels will be. Y'all need to have a channel. Y'all need to have a channel. Okay, let's continue. Okay, what else do we need to know about crack, sir?
Morning, you have a cigarette when you get out of the car. You have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. Yes. And the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine, just physically to be able to ingest it.
So you're kind of saying that cocaine reaches a certain plateau of euphoria where you can't necessarily get any higher?
In my experience, yes. This is like a PSA. If you want to completely, utterly fuck up your life, I don't think that anything is necessarily, oh, you do it once, you're addicted. But there's about the closest thing that statement could be true would be with crack cocaine.
I think we need to do an audit to see how many TVs were stolen out the White House. That's just me. My hair look crazy, man. I don't know what made me grow my hair back again, looking like a bumbleclad Rastafari man. You bumbleclad. You bumbleclad. Bumble. Yeah, we need to go ahead and we need to go ahead and count all of the electronics that's inside the White House to see how many televisions were stolen, how many VCRs were stolen, how many pawn shops received some electronics that got the presidential seal on it. All right, that's what we want to know. Is there an LG or Samsung that has been pawned in the last 4 years that got the presidential seal on it? I should have been a daggone detective. I haven't heard anything come out about that. Nothing. What they try to do, they try to hide it like ain't nobody steal no TVs. Go into a pawn shop and be like, why does that TV that computer right there got a presidential seal on it? Huh? It's because Hunter Biden came in there in the middle of the night. Yeah. That's what crackheads do. Where's Judge Joe Brown when you need him? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think, oh Lord, I'm laughing, guys, but I promise you, this is not funny. What if Putin is watching this right now? Putin is having a good damn time watching this in Russian. And I'm sure they got some Russian crack. No, they don't, because it's a recipe. That's an American recipe. And I believe that crack is an American recipe. Although other countries have stolen it and they got their crack, they whipping the pot, they whipping their wrists and everything the same way these rappers, they teach TED Talks on all their songs. Like if you don't have a song teaching people how to make crack, you're not a real rapper. All right. And apparently you're not a real first son if you don't know how to explain to people how to make some crack. All I'm gonna say is this, Baron, your job is You know what I mean? Hunter just now lift the stakes a little bit. You're not as impressive as you once was. Barron is not impressive anymore. He don't know how to make no crack. Donald Trump Jr., I never in my life heard him talking about how to make no crack. How to put how to put a heroin needle into your veins, and how to light up a spoon, and how to wrap your arm with some plastic or rubber or something like that, like they do on TV. Yeah. The Trump kids, they need to get on their job. Start telling people how to do drugs. Remember, Barbara Bush was on the whole say no to drugs thing. Like, just say no. And now we got Hunter Biden. I don't know what the hell this is. If this is not just say yes, I don't know what the hell it is. This brother then went through a whole TED talk on how to create some damn crack. How to smoke it. How often to smoke it. How long the high lasts. His father, bruh. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. We need to see if President Biden show any signs of being on crack. That's what we need to see.
He's not a loser. He's not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines. He made that up. He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said I didn't say it. And think of this. Who would say I'm at a cemetery or I'm talking about our veterans? Because nobody's taken better care. I'm so glad this came up, and he brought it up. There's nobody that's taken better care of our soldiers than I have. To think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers. We have 19 people that said it was never said by me. It was made up by him, just like Russia was made up, just like the 51 intelligence agents are made up, just like the new thing with the 16 economists are talking. It's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation. It wasn't. That came from his son, Hunter. It wasn't Russia disinformation. He made up the suckers and losers, so he should apologize to me right now.
Four-star general standard.
Oh, man, our president was on crack. God gracious, man. I think we just now proved it. I think we just did this video actually proves it. Like, when you see his face, every crackhead, like, first of all, he was pissed off, and then he started looking like when you watch this.
You're the loser.
Look at him.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing.
Look at his face.
Like many of these magazines.
Look at his face.
He made that up.
Look down.
He put it in commercials. We've notified
Okay, make up another emotion. Hold on one second. Watch this. It's coming.
I'm at a cemetery or
watch his emotion again. He don't know what to do with his face.
I'm so glad this
Look at his face. Look at his face.
He brought it up.
Look at his face.
There's nobody that's
what emotion is that? What emotion is that? Now, I'm not making fun of him because he's an older guy. I'm just trying to figure out, is that I'm paying attention and I'm ready to respond emotion? Is that you're lying and I'm about to set the record straight type of look? What type of look is that? I think it's definitely a crackhead look.
Care of our soldiers than I have.
It's a crackhead look.
Think that I would, in front of generals and others.
Look at that right there is one of them. I'm concerned, trying to figure out what you like. If you run in the house, right, and you tell a crackhead or you tell somebody, I can't find my wallet, and they be like, you can't find your wallet? Where was it? I'm gonna help you look for it. Where do you think it was? What did it look like? You said it's black. All right. It got anything on it? All right, I'm gonna help you look for it. Knowing the entire time they're making this face that Joe Biden is making because they the one that stole your damn wallet, and they're gonna help you find it once they use what's in it. Because once they find the wallet for you, because they are gonna help you find the wallet, it's not gonna have no money in it. They're gonna have the same face on there that Joe Biden has right now. Look at his faces. This is not Ambien. This is not Ambien. It's cooked Coke. You see this right here? He can't control his emotions. Look at this right here. You see this face? Yeah. Hunter Biden and already cracked the code. Yep. That's the face right there. That's the one. Oh yeah. I think a turd coming after that. Thank God he got on Depends, because something came from that right there. I don't know what, but it does requires Depends. That's what it does. Michelle, you are on a tear today. Shout out to Michelle. And that's a dope profile picture you got right there too. Isn't it, guys? It's Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Y'all know, hey, so I don't know how many of you guys got grandbabies. Do y'all have grandbabies? Or do you remember when your children were young enough? I don't have any grandbabies, but when my children were very young, right? And I would find them, like they would be in the middle of playing, and then they would be standing still, making the same face that President Biden is making. They're making the same face. And you're wondering, what in the world are they over there in the corner doing? And then you walk closer, and then you start to smell what they're doing. Like The Rock, you can smell what your kids are cooking, because they're making this exact same face that Joe Biden is making in this video right here, in this debate. This is the crack face. Our kids created the crack face. Something came from that look right there. When his wife took him backstage afterwards, thank you so much for the super chat, Michelle. You are so dope. When his wife took him to the back after the debate and she celebrated him, you know, like a kindergarten teacher, she clapped for him and she said, he did so good. He answered all the questions, didn't he, guys? He answered all the questions. Come on, give him a hand clap, guys. You are the best boys and girls in here. He did a great job. It's all about the effort. He did an awesome job. Then she put out a little gold sticker and put it up on his lapel. And then he walked out and got some ice cream and started licking and just, I don't know, brother. This right here is definitely one of those. I got on Depends. Thank God my wife reminded me to put on some Depends. This right here is a toddler walks over into the corner while still holding their favorite toy and decide to let it loose because they still got on the pull up. Like they don't feel like going to the bathroom. At this point, I'm already in the kitchen. You know what I mean? I got my favorite toy and the bathroom is way over there. I don't feel like it. I'm just going to do it right here on the stage while I debate President Trump. And he did. And I'm sure President Trump smelled it. Somebody need to interview Trump and ask him if he smelled what The Rock was cooking on a debate stage. Yeah. Right, all right. Yeah, guys. So that's all I wanted to talk about this morning. To be honest with you, I just wanted to talk about Hunter Biden's situation and why he even came out to embarrass his pops like that. You embarrassed your whole family, sir. Your whole family. The Biden regime is embarrassed. Yeah. And I don't see anybody on the left spinning this to be a positive. I don't see it. I'm sure they would try. Let me see if anything's out here of the left trying to spin this, because you know what I mean. And it's trending number 1 now. It was trending number 2 at first. Sheesh. So let's go over the key points. If it weren't for illegal immigrants, we wouldn't have had fresh fruit and fresh vegetables and clean toilets in showers and sinks and made up beds inside of hotels. So that being said, we need to reach back out to those countries that provide us with those service workers who will work at an alarmingly low rate, and we can pay them under the table. We need to bring them back. We need to bring them back. ICE is losing us money. ICE feel like what they're doing is patriotic, but Tom Homan clearly does not know business, because he went out and he just sent back all of our free help. All right, so that's pretty much what happened. Then he says, Barack Obama, George Clooney, Nancy Pelosi, David Axelrod, Barack Obama's his fixer and lawyer, they are all effing idiots. He don't like any of them, and they ruined the election because his father wanted Kamala to just step into the position and have it smooth, but George Clooney decided to make things complicated by forcing President Obama and a bunch of other people to, after they couldn't find anyone better because Nancy Pelosi didn't want Kamala, Obama didn't want Kamala. The only person that wanted Kamala was Joe Biden, and George Clooney didn't want Kamala. And we already know that if George Clooney don't want it, it does not happen. So if George Clooney says no, it's a no for the Democrat Party. All right. So he don't like any of them. Then he also says all of the rumors about his dad being mentally ill or incapable of running this country, they were wrong. His father was an old man and he was just tired. And when he took some Ambien in order to be on the stage after doing all that traveling and taking naps on the beach in Delaware, you know what I mean? That can tire you out sometimes. Just taking so many naps can make you tired. You know, it's just taking naps. It's troublesome. It's a heavy load to carry. You know what I mean? If you got to take a nap, oh Lord. So I don't feel like taking no nap. I'm too tired to take a nap. So he was too tired. So he gave him some Ambien, and that didn't go over well. And then the world made up their mind at that point. So then we completely disregarded the best president we ever had ever in history, who put out the most legislation than any other president. And he got more votes than any other president in order to become the president, with 81 million votes. Second person in line behind him was the loser, Donald J. Trump, with 76 million. And then Donald Trump again with and then Kamala, who got 74 million. I don't believe she got 74 million votes. I am so happy that people went out and voted this time, because they tried to take it and they was going to, and y'all didn't allow them to. Y'all should feel comfortable, or y'all should be happy and feel accomplished by that. Then Hunter Biden goes on to explain the differences between crack and cocaine. All right, so cocaine is the pure form that does not really have a lasting, it has more of a lasting effect than crack do, but what crack is way better because it's cleaner, and you got to take it more because of the rituals of it all. When the rituals are embedded in your mind of holding the pipe and lighting the pipe and being in the crack house, because you can't do it in your home, you want to do it over and over and over again, or being in a hotel with some hookers, lot lizards, whatever you want to call them, and you got to have a gun to their neck. Yeah, so all of that stuff matters. So yeah, and he said that crack is more healthy than alcohol. I don't know what I would rate this video. I mean, rate this interview. This interview was, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. And he does not acknowledge his laptop at all. He does not acknowledge his laptop had anything debaucherous on it. He said, we all have laptops. We all have a search history. We all have a digital footprint. So what's the difference between my laptop and yours? Okay. Yeah. I don't even have any dingling selfies on my laptop. Like that I took myself, like, ooh, look at me. I just now shaved. Let me see what this look like. Like, I don't have none of that. I don't have no titties that I like to go looking at. I don't have no Virginias that I like to go look at. I don't look at none of that. I have Jesus and I have the Bible on my laptop. I have hallelujah and his glory to you in my laptop. That's what I have. Okay. So again, let me see what else. Let me see what else. Is there anything else that I want to show you guys from this here? Okay. One of our favorites is talking about it. So y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. And this is our boy right here.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Scott Jennings Show, the Bidens are not over it in any way, shape, or form, but in perhaps some of the biggest news that Hunter Biden made. Do you remember when President Donald Trump, back during the campaign, said that he thought maybe Joe Biden had been drugged around the debate? And everybody said, oh, there goes Donald Trump again. For the first time, I think we are hearing confirmation from Hunter Biden that Joe Biden, the president of the United States, was on Ambien.
I know exactly what happened in that debate. He flew around the world, basically, and the mileage that he could have flown around the world 3 times.
Yeah.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as shit. They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights.
Now, I did a quick Google search on Ambien. It is a sedative hypnotic medication used to treat insomnia. Common side effects include drowsiness, dizziness, and impaired coordination. And Hunter Biden has confirmed that Joe Biden, as president, was, at least in one case, heavily impaired by the taking of Ambien. I mean, his explanation for the debate in Atlanta is that the president was impaired by taking Ambien. It begs the question, how much impairment, drug-induced impairment, was the president of the United States experiencing while he was the president?
Yep. Oh, well. Scott Jennings broke it down. I didn't spoke about that already. All right, so Malcolm Jamal Warner, guys. I don't know if you guys remember him, but that's Theo from the Bill Cosby Show. He passed away yesterday. He passed away over the weekend. He was swimming at Playa Cocos in Costa Rica province when a current pulled him deeper in the water, and he tragically drowned. He was there with his family members. He was there with, his family. They was on vacation. And this one means something to me because I grew up on the Cosby Show. I used to look at Theo as a trendsetter, you know what I mean? As the son who lived in the mansion in the Huxtable mansion. You know what I mean? Theo Huxtable was that guy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he was definitely one of those actors that you didn't mind, emulating. He had no gay tendencies. He was real cool on his shows. He was all about the girls and getting money. He tried to remain stylish. You know what I mean? He had a doctor as a father. He had a lawyer as a mom. They promoted higher learning in institutions and in universities. They promoted HBCU education. And I definitely looked up to them when I was coming up. There was never really a time that I wanted to have my own family. But I mean, when I get older, I never consider myself being a husband and having children or anything like that because I wasn't used to seeing any fire on that show. Holy crap. Man, some people used to look at the daggone sisters. I used to look at the mom. You know what I mean? He had a bunch of amazing, his career was phenomenal. Look at Vanessa and Denise talking to their brother about this new shirt that he got. You know what I mean? It was, yeah. So, yeah. So they say. And, you know what I mean? He's 100%, he's blind right now. Bill Cosby is blind. Not 100%, but very close to. And, you know what I mean? He's the old man that, and nothing about this story worked out the way that you thought it would. Nothing. Like he went on to you know, to do a whole bunch of shows and act and whatnot. But Bill Cosby, who was a beloved comedian, ended up going to prison for doing things to women, you know, without their say so. Although that was definitely the landscape back in the day where everybody would drug everybody and take advantage of each other. But that's never an excuse to do anything because this is what everybody does. So, you know, Bill Cosby ended up paying the price for it. But yeah, man, rest in peace to Theo, and I pray that his family find some healing and some comfort, and you know what I mean, and that their connection with the Lord is not broken at all, and that they don't doubt him, and that, you know, they can question him, but as long as they don't doubt the Lord, because we all have our time. Each one of us will have our time. One of the only businesses that would never go out of that would never run out of clients is a funeral home. You know what I mean? That business will always be booming. Hospitals will always be booming. So we all gotta go that route at some point. But when I heard this news yesterday, it hit me. And I'm be honest with you, never am I bothered by celebrities passing away or most people passing away. I'm not really bothered. You know what I mean? Because that happens, you know. Praise God for their living, and you praise God that that God has came back and pulled you closer to him. So at the end of the day, I have not much to say other than, you know, this whole thing saddens me, and I pray that his family will be okay. I don't know how many children he leave behind or any of that, but yeah, I'm sure he's leaving behind many loved ones, people who just, you know, appreciate his contribution. So yeah. Louis B. Fishing. He says he's trying to remember where he left the baggie. He's talking he's not talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner, guys. He's not talking about Malcolm. He's talking about Hunter Biden. He's when he walked out there on the porch and he was looking for and he was looking like he was high out his mind. Yeah, that's where that came from. Ambien is a sleeping pill. He took Adderall probably, but not Ambien. Definitely not Ambien. Hey, why would you take Ambien if you're about to go into a debate? But he probably took some Adderall. And that right there is what I heard was the white people drug. I heard Adderall was the white people drug, helping him get through college. Just like some people call crack the black people drug, and they call meth the white people drug, whatever the case may be. But Adderall is what helped people stay up and keep going, and Ambien is what put you to sleep. And Hunter Biden said that he was on something, but I think that he might have been on some crack. My hair look crazy, bro. I got that Whoopi Goldberg look right there. Yeah. I look like I got my feet out. I look like I wear sandals. I look like I light incense. That's what I look like. I look like when I go upstairs, I'm gonna eat some mango and some watermelon with the edge of a knife. You know, like cut it, not even use a fork to pick it up. Just cut it with my knife and just stab it with the edge of the knife and just eat the mango. Yeah, that's what my hair look like. Look like I wear natural scents. Like I wash up with natural soaps. That's what it look like. It look like I smell good though. Yeah. I do. That's something that I pride myself off of. And I know that this has nothing to do with nothing, but I enjoy looking good, but I love smelling good. I gotta smell good, bro. I gotta. I went to tropical smoothie. I went to tropical smoothie a couple of days ago, and I got myself a smoothie, and I got my wife a Bahama Mama bowl. All right, so I got her the bowl, and I got myself a smoothie. And a young lady, a young girl, took my order. I paid for it. And then I walked over to the end where the stuff comes, where they put it on the table so you can get your stuff. Hey, you got a mama? You got this? And they put it on the table for you when it's done. There's an older lady that works there, because they always have one or two older people there to monitor the young people. So there's an older lady that works there, beautiful lady, Hispanic heritage. And she decided to, when my bowl was done, she brought the bag and came from around the counter and walked it around to me and handed it to me. And when she handed it to me, she says, "What perfume do you wear? What do you have on?" And I said, "Huh?" And she said, "You smell very good. What perfume do you have on?" And I let her know. And she just handed me the bag and started smiling. And she said, "Smells very good, smells very good." And then walked away and went back behind the counter. So something that I pride myself off is how I smell, man. I gotta smell good. Don't know why I told y'all that, but I guess I was joking on my hair and how I look so earthy, and I look like I might be Erykah Badu cousin or Jill Scott little brother. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. I know y'all like, man, Van just be rambling about any daggone thing. She said, "Spill that tea." What tea? Y'all always talking about some tea. Ain't no tea. Yeah, I love smelling good though. Yeah. So, and my son, ever since my children were younger, I would take them to the store and pick out oils for them, like little smell good oils and whatnot, and show them how to put it on and whatnot. My wife is huge into the perfumes, like the perfumes and colognes. Her and JoJo, I don't know anybody with a collection like this. Nobody with like their nose. They will smell somebody wearing something. I will walk by my son and he'd be like, "You got on this today, don't you?" "Yeah." "Like, you smell clean. Let me see." "Yeah. But you mixed it with something. What you mix it with?" And I'm like, "How in the hell you know that just by smelling?" I'm not that good. I smell somebody like with a cologne. I'd be like, "Man, that smells good. It smells like peaches." You know what I mean? Smell like vanilla, something like that. Smell like coffee. I like the way coffee smells, by the way. I love the way coffee smell. Never tasted it a day in my life, but I love the way it smell. And I only never tasted coffee because I like being an adult, the only adult in a room. 9 times out of 10, one of the only adults in a room that never had coffee before. That never had coffee. So, yeah. Yeah. I want y'all to, if y'all get a chance, somebody said, "What fragrance do I?" So the fragrance that I have that I like to wear is Louis Vuitton Imagination or it's not Pegasus, it's Parfum de Marly. I like the Parfum de Marly lines. All right. Yeah. I like the Parfum de Marly lines. The Pegasus one is one of my favorites. And the brown container, brownish container. I can't think of the name right now. Dang it. I can't think of the name right now, but that's my favorite. The one I can't think of is my favorite. And I don't go and buy them most times. I just buy the oils, but usually my wife goes out and buy the colognes for me for like special occasions. But I love the smell of coffee. I've never drank any before, but when I smell it, I'm like, yeah, that smells good. Yeah. I love tea though. I drink tea. Anything that got some vanilla in it, I'm on it. Vanilla, yeah, I'm good with it. Okay. Y'all didn't ask me any of that. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. Thank y'all so much for checking us out. For all of the people that have been reaching out to me with the word coach, I'm gonna be answering y'all emails right when we're done. Okay, right when we're done, I'm gonna be answering your emails. One young lady went on to my Buy Me a Coffee and asked how can she support me annually. I still need to respond to you because I really don't have a good answer for that. I mean, I will, I really don't. But and for anyone that got our YouTube course, please let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you enjoy it. Let me know if it's your cup of tea. Let me know if it's helping you, if it's helping move the needle at all. I want to know that because I don't want to just put out no trash that you're not enjoying or not getting anything from. But also, if you get the course, when you get the course, make sure that you join the Facebook group so that you can take part in our daily group calls, 3 to 5 days per week, daily group calls. Okay. Those joints are fire. If anything, I would say that's probably even the best thing that we bring to the table right now. This group call that we have, oh my gracious, dope. Absolutely phenomenal. What else? Also, if you're looking to have a team behind you, and you want to have more one-on-ones, like one-on-one calls with me, and we can strategize and work on something that's tailored to you, I would like for you to reach out to me with the term VIP, okay? So that we can help you out and we give you that white glove service and really treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. You know what I mean? Love on you. The way none of these other content creators are going to help you. I promise you on that one. All right. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for pulling up. Michelle, thank you so much for Michelle F. Thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate it. Michelle G, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Everyone else that submitted one, thank you. For all of my blues, thank you for maintaining the peace and the order inside of the chat. For all of my greens, those are the people who have joined the LFR family members. Thank you so much for the extra support, guys. Y'all are dope. And for anybody considering content creation, make sure you check out this ad right here. It's a little loud though, so lower your volume a little bit. Here you go. Love y'all. Continue to take care of yourselves. When you walk past a mirror, make sure you say something nice to yourself. And also make sure you all take a moment to give God praise, glory, and honor for at least his grace and his mercy. At least. Okay? Love y'all. See you next time. Peace. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week. And you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.